Hi, this is Penny Reagan from Holistic Liberty at holisticliberty.net. And I did tell you I was going to do some videos on my life. So, yeah, I just took a shower and I'm brushing my hair. But this video has to do with something I've been putting some thought into lately, and that is, where is my YouTube channel going? What will be the focus of my YouTube channel? And the thing about this is, if you've watched any of it, you know that I'm a very versatile person. So it's very hard for me to keep one focus. And even with my own life, I try to put everything under an umbrella, and I've put everything under the umbrella of holistic, because holistic is body, mind, and spirit. Okay. And to me, holistic is a lifestyle choice, but I had, being a person who believes in inner truth, had to admit that I wasn't living my life holistically in many ways. And many holistic channels that you see, they talk about herbs, and they talk about, spirit, and they talk about a lot of things. And originally, I was trying to make this channel where I talk to you about things in life that got to do with, your inner truth. And I really want to keep that. This holistic channel is not like other holistic channels. One of those things is admitting when I'm not living in my truth. We all have those moments. And when we go through those moments with that realization where there's an area in your life that you're not living in your truth, it can be a setback. Well, yesterday I did not have a very well day. Did a lot of crying. Not going to go into a lot of detail, but it really had me thinking about doing some reevaluating. Yesterday, I came to the realization that my mother's physical well-being is declining as she's having a harder time getting up from a chair, getting up from the bed, and I have to keep helping her, and she has a hard time sitting up, and it has a lot to do with a lack of activity. And we try to get her to do activity, but apparently not good enough. And there's a lot of reevaluating in that area, things that need to be changed. I realized yesterday through some events that too many times I'm allowing someone else to determine what my final decision is, even if that final decision is not comfortable with me. I had discovered that I was making decisions not based on what I was wanting or what I was desiring, but what I had been conditioned to make a decision on, what I believed that others thought was best. So I'm doing some reevaluating there. Also, my little temporary office that I showed you, the air mattress that we had there, it was an old air mattress. It done a lot for us. We got our money's worth out of that one. But one day while laying on that mattress with my boyfriend, the side that I was on, the seam ripped and threw me off the mattress. And then we pulled out this cheap mattress that we had for a spare that really didn't last a week. So Bill went and bought a bigger air mattress, one that we used, or something that we used before in the apartment that lasted at least 6 months. And this bigger air mattress, it's still a double, but it's higher up, and so I can't lean against anything. We won't put it against the wall because there's little nails and stuff in the wall that actually poked a hole in a mattress that we had prior. That's why you seen that it was up against actually a green tub thing. And it puts me in a position I can't sit up in the bed anymore. So my temporary office is gone. So what do I do now? Do I finally just set up the small little office I planned on? You know, um, there's a lot of decisions that I have to make. Last night, my son and I made a decision concerning my mother that my boyfriend didn't agree with, and I had to make a stand with him. And I had to make a lot of reevaluation. And so I'm making a reevaluation where my YouTube channel is going. Here's the thing, folks. I'm going to keep the YouTube channel. And if you look at this date, I didn't really and don't really at this current time have a lot of viewers. And I know that it has to do with a lack of attention on getting my channel out there and not a lot of focus on what I'm doing. I am not a typical person. If you haven't figured that out by now, I'm just not typical. I don't do things like everybody else does in many ways. I'm not comfortable with that. And I have to go with that. I have to be true. I have to be honest with myself. And when I'm not living in that truth, you know, I have bad days. I have breakdowns. I have moments of doubt. We've been conditioned in our lives in certain areas, indoctrinated into certain beliefs that often interfere with who we truly are and what we truly believe. And sometimes I have to sit back and try to figure out just what that is. I have a dual thing that goes on inside me with this logic mind arguing with this other mind. Or some would say the subconscious arguing with the conscious. So where is this channel going? Well, I am continuing to make the videos that I make because living a holistic life to me is also living an honest life. And it's more than just herbs and healthy food, although that is a very important part of it. It's more than just the type of music or vibration, although that is an extremely important part of it. But it's living the life, making the decisions, doing the things that you enjoy doing. As you've seen, I did a lot of ham stuff on this. It's not a ham channel. It's just not. But I am an amateur radio operator and I do it because I enjoy it. And yes, it is part of a holistic lifestyle doing that for me, not for somebody who don't enjoy it, but for me, it is part of a holistic lifestyle because holistic body, mind, and spirit, and that feeds my spirit. Okay, so I can't not do that because it is part of who I am. It is an expression of who I am. It might be the better way of putting it. Being an amateur radio operator helps me to express who I am. So I think maybe what I will do, the change that I will make, is try to explain how this is part of the holistic lifestyle. I think I may have done that a little bit, but when I do the ham stuff, it is part of my holistic lifestyle because it is an expression of who I am. I enjoy it. And things that I don't enjoy, I must reevaluate. I mean, I had the perfect opportunity yesterday to do something that Bruce Lipton had talked about. When you start cutting yourself down mentally and then you say, hey, wait a minute, I don't like this. What would I enjoy doing? And I remember sitting there thinking this, and then I just still felt I couldn't get myself there. But the point is, did I fail at what I was doing? No. The fact is, I sat there and I thought about it, which was something different than before. Change comes in parts. So I can't say, oh, I failed. I thought, no, I remembered that. So next time I'll actually follow through with it. And a lot of times I have to forgive myself for what I call my failures. And I'm learning that a lot of times what it basically is seeing where the successes are. And the success yesterday, I may not have accomplished what I said I was going to do as far as, when I was cutting myself down, saying, hey, stop doing that to yourself, but I remembered it. I thought of it. So the next time around, I'll take a step further. And sometimes that's what it is. Rather than cutting ourselves down more, now I have to forgive myself for messing up. It's no, where did I succeed? And then move on further from that. And there are certain areas I do feel I have to forgive myself for that yesterday made clear. For example, I had told myself, because now they're asking people to be on the council at church, that I had told my mother and I had told Bill that, oh, I hope I'm not asked. I'm going to have to turn it down. But I was lying to myself. I was hoping that I would be asked because I really want to do this. If anything, I was hoping that I wouldn't be, so I wouldn't have to face that lie. Well, guess what? I was asked. And my comment was, I'll think about it. And in the past, I would have turned it down because I believed I needed to humble myself. And because I had already said this to my mother or to my boyfriend. Well, now I'm like forgiving myself for lying to myself about what I really wanted. And I'm going to tell my mother and my boyfriend, hey, you know what? Really, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And I was asked, and I'm not turning it down. I was lying to myself. A lot of times we don't like to face that, and we will continue in that lie because we don't want to face those things. Well, I've been lying to myself, and I do want to be a part of this. So I want to also just tell you that, yes, I'm going to continue with some of my lectures that I give you. Yes, I'm going to continue going to some of my ham festivals. Yes, I'm going to continue doing the vlog on my mother's home and fixing it up. But I'm also at the same time going to explain to you why I feel it's relevant, and it's relevant because it is part of my life. This vlog has to do with my life and my choices, and this has to do with my spirit, and my spirit has to do with holistic. And when I make choices that I feel good about, I'm living my holistic life. And when I'm making choices or lying to myself and I don't feel good, then I'm not. And my desire is to live my holistic life. And I know many of you out there are many of you that are successful, but there are many of you out there who struggle like I do. And you need to know that, it's okay sometimes when we take a step back, and it's okay if we have a bad day, as long as we continue to move forward. Maybe do a little less thinking, a little more feeling, you know. I mean, we've been conditioned and indoctrinated and this all our lives, and it takes time. And I can kick myself in the butt and say, oh, I've been doing this for 20 something odd years, or whatever. But what good is that going to do me? I have been growing, even though sometimes I don't want to admit to it. Maybe I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting there. And it's okay to have bad days. You know, I will be 60 years old next month. 60. I'm still learning. And I'm hoping that my example in my life, that I can help others overcome those obstacles that we mentally place there so they can move forward. So when they're 60, if they're younger than me, then maybe they've moved further than I have. And if they're not younger than me, if they're about to turn 60 or they're older than me, to not give up. Just don't give up. For as long as you're breathing, you have that ability to make that change. So the channel will be more of an explanation as to why these things in my life are or are not part of holistic living, and I will probably add to it other things I plan on talking about and showing you. So this is Penny Reagan from holisticliberty.net. Have a lovely day. You know what? I think I'm going to, yeah. You see, I'm coming closer and coming closer. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Ha ha. I'm coming closer. I'm going to turn this off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. There we go. 1, 2. Bye.